In a bold move that echoes through the halls of power, President Bola Tinubu presented the monumental 2025 budget proposal titled Budget of Restoration, Securing Peace, Rebuilding Prosperity, to a joint session of the National Assembly on December 18, 2024. Now, the staggering 47.9 trillion naira blueprint is a statement or testament to his administration's unwavering commitments to the renewed hope agenda. Now, with fervor, Tinubu declared that this budget is not just a number on a page. It is a lifeline for a nation yearning for stability and advancement. Now, this budget strikes at a very core of the renewed hope agenda, which he proclaimed, underscoring its role or emphasizing its role in stabilizing the economy, improving lives, and paving the way for a brighter future. However, the atmosphere is charged with skepticism as stakeholders dissect the ambitious proposal. Opinions remain sharply divided on its feasibility. Whether or will this budget be a catalyst for the resurgence Nigeria desperately actually requires, or will it falter under the weight of its own aspirations? Only time will tell as the nation tries to breathe. Now, discovering perspectives and embracing dialogue, I welcome you to the maiden edition of Viewpoint for 2025 with Barrister Monday Adjeh, who will be joining us shortly. I'm Odewa here. You're welcome back to the show. The show is Viewpoint, where we discover perspectives and embrace dialogue. And this is the maiden edition. And we'll be talking about the budget of restoration under the renewed hope agenda. I have with me Barrister Monday Adjeh. You're welcome to the show, sir.
Good morning, my brother. It's a pleasure. And a compliment of this season.
And same to you likewise, sir. Now, President Bola Tinubu presented the 2025 budget proposal titled Budget of Restoration, Securing Peace, Rebuilding Prosperity to the joint session of the National Assembly on December 18, 2024, which is just last month. Now, while presenting the 49.7 trillion naira budget proposal, Tinubu said that it aligned with the administration's renewed hope agenda, highlighting its commitment to stabilizing the economy, fostering peace, and laying a foundation for sustainable prosperity. Now, might I ask, in what way do you think the 2025 budget proposal by the president, titled this theme name, Budget of Restoration, actually align with economic and social needs of Nigerians, considering the divided opinions among stakeholders regarding its practicability? Because people have actually said that it is not actually realistic. Would you agree, or what's your opinion?
Well, from my own angle, I would not say it's not realistic. But before I go into that conclusion, we should also have a kind of mindset back to what happened last year.
Okay.
Whether you like it or not, the past will have influence on the future. Those who say we should forget about the past is a very costly and expensive mistake and error. The past at times can give you a leadway about what will happen in the future. Forget about all these semantics and names and the nomenclature they are giving some of these budgets. It's just a mere rhetoric. The question we should ask ourselves, within the beautiful name given to the last year budget, what have we able to work in line with the nomenclature, or we're still telling our war stories? If the answer is in the negative, then what gives us impression and mindset that the same set of people who promised us goods last year and we were unable to achieve will also give us the same goods in this year is going to work? That is where the problem lies. Though one cannot say it's not possible, it's not realistic, because human beings, we are subject to change. If indeed we are committed, if indeed we are ready to cut costs, if indeed we are ready to do what is done in a normal, sane society, then we can get this in solved. But if you want to continue with the same mentality as the last year and what I'm still seeing this morning, my brother, I can say without missing word that we'll come back here next year and be naming another budget just to deceive ourselves. I'll end there for now.
Okay, if I'm getting you right, sir, it's a case of each administration coming in every 4 years, just rebranding the budget instead of actually living up to what it should do, which is the needful, which is cutting down drastically on
That is what I'm
governance.
passing in summary.
Okay.
That is what I'm passing in summary, sir.
Okay. So that means the rebranding of the budget is just a way or ploy to just keep Nigerians aloof or confused. Now,
completely, you are right.
Okay.
And nothing more.
Okay, going forward now, on this 2025 budget proposal, security, defense, infrastructure, health, and education were some of the sectors with high allocations in a trillion naira budget proposal presented by Tinubu before the joint session in the National Assembly. I'm talking about the red chamber now and the green chamber. Now, what are the potential implications of the significant increase in the 2025 budget proposal compared to 2024 or even 2023 on the country's economic stability and social development in areas such as health, education, and infrastructure? Because looking at it, so far so good, Nigerians have been dissatisfied, and this dissatisfaction has led to displeasure, which has even warranted protests. So far so good, particularly in 2024. What are the potential implications regarding economic stability and social development?
Well, if I may come in now, to me, I don't see any positive social implication in all this. It's just a matter of rhetoric, as usual. Take, for example, there's no way I would not take you back to the previous budget. Take, for example, the last year budget. Is there any measure put in place to assess the level of achievement or compliance with the last year budget? You see, if you're a student and you left a particular stage, if you are a serious student, you assess yourself. What happens to you in the last so? Then from there, you take up a challenge from there. But nobody is talking about the level of assessment. What have we done? What have we not done right or wrong in the last year budget before even talking about this year budget? Now, we are just lumping things together. Now, take for example, you may be surprised to hear this, that apart from FCT, Federal Capital Territory, all the social, whatever you are seeing, infrastructure, whatever, you can't see in any other state anymore, apart from Federal Capital Territory. The question we should ask ourselves, is it only Federal Capital Territory that makes up Nigeria? In all the states of the Federation, there are federal rules begging, calling for repair. And we keep on passing budget every year. And we begin to ask ourselves, this budget, what is the problem? If I have my way, if not because people will call us layman that we don't know what we're talking, I don't think there's need for us to be able to be talking about budget because it doesn't work for us in Nigeria. You come with figures. Now, take for example the issue of military security we are talking about.
Yeah.
For over the years, there have been some slight increase in security. And as we speak, go and ask any junior officers. You can even go there and see yourself. We still lack a lot of basic military gadgets that are being used in poor country states that are not up to a state in Nigeria. They can get all this easily, but all what we hear as per Nigeria is there's a lot of money going. There's budget for this, there's budget for that. At the end of the day, actualization is zero. Next year, as we speak now, they are preparing for 2026 budget.
Okay,
the naming ceremony.
To cut you short there, coming into security now, because it's been quite pronounced. Because recently in Borno there was a massive abduction. If you're well aware concerning that, are we saying that even this inflation in the budget is not even actually catering for tactical operations when it comes to the military, whether it's via air or even on land? Because we need way advanced military gadgets or hardware that is meant to take care of these gadgets. And this inflated budget is not even taking care of even the military personnel, talk less much more of even the lives of the citizens or even the territorial integrity, which is to be protected. Are we saying now that even the government at the federal level and the state governments are not even utilizing to optimal capacity the budget in question via security?
That is exactly what I'm telling you. This budget you are talking about, on paper, you read it out that is for so and so and so. But go inwardly and see that there are a lot of diversion. As I speak to you, without minding word, what these politicians are doing is that they are planning towards 2020, the next election season. All this budget you are seeing, they will put it on you and then the money will be siphoned. Sorry for this digression.
Yes.
Few days ago, I learned that some money was reported back to Nigeria from Desiani, whatever.
Okay, the Desiani
Now,
loot.
if you are not careful, let me ask you, the one that we have gotten before, has it not been relooted? Did you hear anything about it? Do you know what it's used for? And all the only thing you hear on daily basis that we are borrowing, we are borrowing. The one we got, what do you use it for? Nobody can give account to it. So what I'm telling you in summary is that this money, this budget we are talking about, for fancy purpose, is just decorated and attached to a particular project and what have you. But in the real sense of it, this money goes to few hands for their selfish interest. Nigeria has not been a country that for some years now that follow their budget. We just roll the way we like, and we are not accountable. If you ask questions, you become the enemy of the state. If you are not careful, the DSS and what have you be running after you. And those who are supposed to run after criminals, they will not be running after you. That's asking questions how this money has been spent. There was a particular organization some years ago. Is it budget? I can't recollect the name. Is it budget? I can't remember. Where are they today? They have been silenced because of this level of oppression from these ruling individuals. The moment you question them, how did you spend it? You can imagine how our military guys, personnel, are being wasted away in the hands of some of these criminal elements, which we can easily free them out and flush them out. But because the money is not channeled towards the right direction, and it's just like the case of monkey the world baboon the shop, as we normally say in our local parlance. Yes. And that was some of these are big stores, they are getting fatter. And the boys in the field that die on daily basis. Look at what happened a few days ago in my Borno State. How can you explain that, my brother? If really we have spent a lot of money for that purpose for which that money is meant for, how can you explain that, my brother?
Okay. Quite sadly, it's something that cannot even be defended because it's, according to some representative in the National Assembly the other time, if I may borrow his statement or phrase, it's evident before the blind and audible before the deaf. Now, you made mention of something ab initio, which was talking about a student who will go into a school and after the term or the semester, he or she has to assess how he or she has fared. Will you buy the idea that a body should actually be set up, which of course we just hope it might not be biased at the end of the day, that can actually rate or dole out a scorecard regarding the utilization or performance of a budget? Because now we've just made mention of the loots which have been recovered and relooted again, if there's any language like that. Take, for instance, the Abacha loot and now just recently the disbursed Desiani loot. These loots altogether are running into millions of dollars, which are quite equivalent to the monies or which we've been borrowing from the IMFs and the World Banks. Are we saying that even our leaders are having misplaced financial priorities?
Exactly. You don't need to be told, sir. There's a lot of misplaced financial priority. Take, for example, a few days ago, Ghana president is making an attempt to cut down the size of the governance. Of course, because of unnecessary agencies here and there. Come to Nigeria, you will discover that the money we are wasting away for 5 institutions that are performing the same role is enough to solve a particular problem in the house of government permanently without us having any problem in there. Now, tell me, are these leaders not aware of all these things? Take, for example, the Orasaya report. Last year, there was, you see, there's a way these politicians try to play on our intelligence. They will bring up one topic just to create content. Then everybody will be wasting their time discussing and they are doing different things. The Orasaya policy white paper is going to be this and that, this and that, this and that, this and that. Oh, we are going to merge. Did you even need to tell a responsible government on what to do in this situation we find ourselves? Do you need to tell a government that is committed to manage the scarce resources we have to better the lives of Nigeria at this moment? Do you need to tell a government to know that these arrays of jeeps, bulletproof, that are following one single minister that you can even see some country following president, that we should cut it down and then focus on governance and how to make this budget work for us. Look at the National Assembly budget, the one for them. Can't you see how bloated it is? How many are there in that National Assembly, my brother? Let's just start from there. That such huge amount of money will be allocated to such institution. You can now say that they are just up there for purpose of pulling wounds in the eyes of everybody. But sadly too, I keep on saying that our education in Nigeria has not bring hope or a kind of clearance for us, because even those people that are saying yes, yes, you see they're also educated, and that's the fear. Now you're talking about setting up a body that will monitor. The body will monitor. Who is going to set it up? Who are the people that will be appointed to be there? Are they going to be dependent? Will they be set up by a dependent body? Who are they going to serve? Is it not the man who blow the piper that take the tune? These are the challenges. No, you see, somebody once told me that most Nigerians are potential criminals with apology. Everybody is waiting for his turn. The moment you put him there, then it becomes a different story. Look at those people that criticize yesterday government. They are part of this government today because they are getting their own cut. So the whole thing looks so bleak, except all of us can think and think otherwise. If you are not careful, the challenges, the problem ahead of Nigeria will consume all of us, honestly speaking.
And that will quite be sad in the long run if you should catch up with anyone. Okay, moving on now. This was a headline which actually made the rounds back then from Kanu-born lawmaker, Mr. Abubakar Kabir Bichi. He disclosed that the House committees will commence the 2025 defense of the budget, or the budget defense session, for the ministries, departments, and agencies, the MDAs, adding that reports from the exercise are expected to be harmonized on the 22nd of January this year. Now, while the Appropriations Committee report will be laid at the plenary on January 31st, how might the outcomes of the budget defense sessions with the MDAs, the ministries, departments, and agencies influence public perceptions of the government's commitment? Now, because so far so good, I'm just pointing this question to you, or posing this question to you, because I need you to speak with what Nigerians will commonly say, because you've heard your own independent view here now. What will be public's perception or commitment over this defense on the 22nd of January? What should Nigerians actually expect?
Well, what we expect is the same story, sir. Just like what I told you, a story as usual. Now, even going there, you see, at times when people thought that maybe we are too pessimistic. No, you see, you can't eat your cake and have it. You must, 1+1 is always 2. You can't change the situation. Now, in the past, we have had stories from these individuals who come to the public to tell us what they suffer in the hands of some of these people who are calling them for them to come and defend their budget, which you also know that some of them have to settle their ways. Some of them have to draw something here and there so that they will be clear. Now, once that foundation is faulty, do you think anything good can come from that particular perspective or from that angle? Sorry. Yeah, it can't come because everything has been influenced. The moment you see somebody taking about, oh, we have accepted you, whatever, that means somebody has done something here and there. That's why you see them attacking and say, oh, it's because we did not do so amount of money demanded from us. That's why they're asking type of question. Meaning that if there are less question or friendly question, that means that person must have done what is needed in Nigerian circle. So to me, Nigerians have lost faith and confidence in the whole system. And that's why you see some people don't even talk anymore because they are tired of talking and they are tired of spending their energy on what people will not follow. So it's just like, let them do what they like. But people have this message that a time is coming that everybody will be forced to do what is right. But we pray we'll not get to that level. So Nigerians are, you see, if you gather 10 Nigerians now, and you're talking about this budget, 10 Nigerians, if you can get 7 that will tell you that they agree and they're happy with the budget, go to your church and give thanks to your God. But you cannot get it, my brother. Why? Because people have lost faith and confidence. Yearly, just like a yearly routine exercise that you just come and deceive people. And look at last year here. What happened? We are now in another year now. The year is going gradually. Before you know now, we're in another year. The same sort of people will come and they will come and tell us the same story. They said they are defending their MDS, they are defending their budget, they are defending their institution and their ministry. At the end of the day, nothing. My brother, we are tired of all these unnecessary routine exercise that they call defense of budget. We are tired, and Nigerians are tired.
Okay, thank you, Barrister Monday Adjeh. That was quite, will I say, opinionated from your own point of view. Thanks for making out time for join us on the show.
It's a pleasure, my brother. We
Okay.
hope they will change over a new leaf this time around.
Well, let's be optimistic about that, sir. Well, that was Barrister Monday Adjeh airing his views on the budget of restoration, and he is quite tilting towards the fact that it might be realistic and might be unrealistic, as our policy analysts have also aired their own view and opinion regarding the budget of restoration for 2025. The $1 trillion uh, budget session from Bola Tinubu. Now, as Nigeria stands at this crossroads, the 2025 budget of restoration is not a mere financial document. It's a vision for the future. It's a narrative woven with threads of hope, resilience, and determination. The show has been Viewpoint, where we discover perspectives and embrace dialogue. And I'm Odiawa AI. Thanks for watching.